I wanted to trick you guys on that one.
Oh, Jesus, this podcast sometimes.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle we ever get it done and post it on time and everything. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not the issue. The issue.
No, it is. It is because clearly we can't function with like getting power cords correct and whatnot.
It's the change.
And Pat lynched after almost 200 episodes. I know we're not at 200, but we're getting close to it.
Very close.
Pat Lynch still doesn't know how to talk into a microphone.
At all. Yeah. For the love of God, Pat, this was you all last week. So, guys, how you doing today? Oh, okay, great. Thanks. Let's not hear Pat Lynch at all on the podcast.
Just put the microphone in your mouth.
Just
You're used to putting stuff in your mouth.
You guys complain when you can hear me. You complain when you can't hear me. Just make up your mind. Yeah.
I don't know if we ever complained about hearing you. Would you mind passing my water, Joe? I'm sorry, the big gallon right in your face.
You mean this big jug of water? Is that water? Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, look what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. I got Chris McGraw on the ones and the twos drinking his favorite drink of all time, Coors Light. Got Pat with some type of mixture in the water. And doing the halves and halves, now passing them out. Look at this guy taking care of us. Joe Keneally with a nice, beautiful little haircut here.
Yeah, he's got a haircut.
Where'd you go, Buzz?
We're hoping that he'll take his hat off for the ladies at the end of the podcast.
Stay tuned, see what happens.
Did you? I know. All you people who are fast forwarding, stop it.
Spoiler alert.
Did you go cut or would you go?
No, I did take off a lot, mainly on the sides, but a lot off the top too. I was growing it out. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then I decided I don't want it this long anymore.
Okay. All right, that happens.
Yeah.
I'm getting... It's the worst if I don't have a hat for me.
That's exactly it.
I'm
going into the office. I have to slick it back. I look more like fucking Gordon Greco than I do
Joe, you need to show up
any normal person.
And one for Joe now, Pat.
You need to show up outside Peter's place at about 6 on a weekday. and you could be having the worst day in your world. And you'll see him with his slick back hair. And does it brighten up the day, baby.
Dude, my hair last night, Chris, was so outrageous. It was insane.
It was in 3 different zip codes and 6 area codes. And you just let it rock. It was great.
That's awesome.
I look like Doc from Back to the Future.
Yeah, you did.
Dude,
I literally got hit by electricity.
Great Scott.
Yeah, it was good. So I want to start.
Any pictures taken, Chris? Did any
of his hair? No,
yeah.
You couldn't get it. You
just dodging cameras.
You had to be there to enjoy it. It wasn't something you could enjoy through picture.
Pat, I love you to death,
Pat.
but who taught you how to pour beer?
Hey, he was over here doing the ratios. He was like little bit this, a little bit of that. Sprinkle the extraness in it.
3/4 of foam coming in on that ratio, Chris.
When he got to the top and he's just like, eh.
You try to do a good deed and, no do good.
No good deed. Yeah,
don't
exactly.
that dumb. All right,
didn't even had a sip of alcohol today.
No, we did have, but we actually.
No,
did.
he had a summer shandy earlier today.
Oh, okay.
Let's start this podcast off right. We have to. We've brought a gift for the current spelling bee champ, and we also have to apologize.
Joe, you were right. I did.
Oh, excuse me. I was talking.
I misspelled chaperone.
I went through and we did the clip. Check it out here. It's up here. The worst spelling bee you'll ever watch. And it was CHP is what he did. And he forgot the A.
I forgot the A there.
And you were right. So we've got you.
Oh, God.
A little bottle of champagne.
Oh, man.
As a congratulations.
Sparkling wine, actually.
My favorite, Prosecco. Yes.
And
put some orange juice in there. You got yourself a mimosa.
Yeah, a little mimosa.
There we go.
Or you have to drink it on the podcast as S&P rules. Dictate any drink that is brought to the table has to be drinking.
Yes, a nice warm Prosecco. Nothing, what everybody wants.
All right.
Pat, you're really complaining today.
Let's crank this
I'm not complaining. You're the one.
I'm
not complaining. You were complaining earlier.
He was. He's got you
I'm
there.
not annoying. You're annoying.
What was I complaining about?
About me talking to the
beer.
You started it, Chris. Why are you jumping on my bit? You're supposed to be on my team here. You're the one who said Pat Lynch after 200 episodes can't talk into a mic, and I was just backing your ass up.
No, that was all me. But you were bitching about the beer.
Fair. Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry. I'm a man who likes a decent pour. I'm not asking for a perfect pour. A decent pour.
But he did something nice for you. He normally never gets you a beer or pours you a beer.
I had to tell him he was just going to pour himself one.
And I won't be doing it again, I can say that.
I was really excited about the idea of this being an actual pop tap or like a pop off. And the fact that it's a screw off, I'm like,
oh, wait, it's a screw off.
That's what $5 gets you.
Such deceit. Such deceit.
Cut. We're not that cheap. It was $6 on sale.
$5.99 with plus
honestly,
tax.
thank you guys. That was very
No,
kind.
of course,
I love the
when-
sentiment, and that's very sweet. Thank
We
you.
had to apologize for our.
I mean, it was a tough choice between
our
that and
mistake
Malort.
last week, and also jumping on you about
Oh,
it.
I really want to thank you guys.
There,
now.
I mean, there
really
were,
wanna
we
thank
could have
you
got
guys
10 for
now.
10 shots too, Joe. That was an option.
We were gonna put a couple cicadas in a bottle for you, but
I saw plenty in the golf course today.
oh my god,
I still haven't heard a cicada.
No.
I haven't been out in the suburbs.
you really not by when you were out by. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Sorry,
but,
go ahead.
But by your in-laws when you went to drop off the dog, because they're pretty loud out there.
What about
Sarah
Frank's
dropped
had
off
some?
the dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
That
thought.
day.
Remember last Saturday you were driving back from somewhere, and you were kind of caught in traffic, and it was pretty miserable. I could be wrong.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
the
I thought-
events
Let's go
of
back-
last
let's go to the tape.
Saturday.
Yeah, I thought you would driven out to your.
Maybe it wasn't your in-laws, or maybe
Was
it was
last
your parents.
Saturday
I'm
the
sorry.
day
Maybe
of
it was
the
your
concert?
parents.
Yeah, you
Was-
took the dog somewhere. I thought.
Yeah. Maybe it was your parents actually, and not your in-laws.
No,
Anyways, moving on.
No, we're not.
they were definitely
Let it
out in
go.
the burbs
Okay.
because she ended up bringing him back Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't. I must have done this before Beyond Wonderland.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's why you were a little late to the podcast.
you were coming from the
Traffic was
into the
not fun.
podcast.
That's what it was. That's what made me. Yes, I don't know. I can't. Honestly, God, I can't remember shit the last like 3 weeks.
This is. I mean, you're busy.
I don't mean.
You're
I don't mean
stressed.
like. Yeah,
It's
just
okay.
like
It happens.
I forgot about this dinner tonight. I am not good at keeping.
No. Well, you know what? I thought Lauren was starting to go down your path because I thought we had a Cubs game on Tuesday, and this boy was wrong.
Oh,
I was a little early. Thought it was this Tuesday. It's actually the 18th.
Oh, the following Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense considering they're not in town until the weekend.
Yeah, Chris, I'm not the smartest bulb I'm not the brightest bulb in the old tool shed. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how this podcast goes. Jesus, is gonna be. We're not even. We're not buzzing. We're not nothing. Maybe a little tired. Me and Chris last night went out a little too late. Got up way too early. Have been going since 7. I was up at 7:30. Chris was up at 8:30. So we're a little tired.
I will say I didn't hear cicadas in the short time that I was at my
In-laws. Okay, that's
I
fair.
don't know if it was like a time of day thing. Are they just going 24/7?
It could no. You know what, Joe? You could be right considering it was
It was
a
raining.
rainy
Yes,
day.
never mind. Yeah,
Oh.
they don't fuck. Excuse my language. They don't mess around in the rain.
Okay.
They love it when it's hot, hot, hot.
That's right.
That's
'cause
when
it
they're
was-
banging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
'cause-
people were driving like fucking.
'cause you're
that's-
still-
now I'm getting it, and the
You're
anger's
getting there.
coming back, and I'm like those fucking pieces of shit driving like.
Oh
goddamn
yes.
ass.
You were so
I
hot
was
last
so-
week. Oh, you were so hot
Yes,
on the podcast.
Now I remember. Yes.
On
Oh,
this-
coming back to him, baby.
Alden, you know what it
Oh,
is?
that
The beer's
fury.
starting to get in there.
That
It's
fury.
bringing down his tension. He's feeling good.
He's gotten his first taste of beer today. Everything's flowing back.
Yeah, it's
now he's
coming.
remembering.
Yeah.
Life is good. I'm not
like
gonna.
that. Talk to that drunk me thing that you sent me.
Oh yes,
Drunk
yeah.
me made that promise.
Yeah,
Talk
oh.
to drunk me and bring it up with drunk
Yeah,
me.
because we weren't there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. So on Wednesday when we, Cub Sox, the boys went to
Crosstown Classic.
Crosstown Classic. You could check out the pics on the podcast SMP on Instagram. Me and Chris left. This is the best we've ever done in our lives. Getting going early. Left about 5:15. Think we're gonna get there probably 6:30. Get a little bit of time to walk. Get some parking. We'll be fine. 2 hours later, we're still not at the park, and my cheerleader demeanor was out the door. Dude, it was so bad.
Oh, he was angry.
And then we get into the park, and then it's a 3 mile.
You guys had the best line in your text
Yeah.
describing the line into the park. Was it you, Chris, that sent that text about?
Beer sent something, and then I sent something else.
One
after.
one of you said this line is longer than the line to get onto Space Mountain.
Oh, that was me. Yeah.
That was that painted a picture
Oh, yeah.
as we were walking up, like what to expect.
It was so terrible, dude. I know you. And going to get an all. I need an all style at this point because I looked at the Shandy line. The Shandy line's out the door, so no,
Yup.
thank you. So I'm like, I walk right up, and I know our trick is the guy on the left. There's a little corner. Nobody knows that he's there. So I go walk right up, and these 2 old ladies are in my way, and I'm literally screaming, "Get out of line! Get out of line!" They got their orders. They're figuring out how to pay for it.
My foot is about to meet
Get
your
out of
ass.
line! Get out of line!
Let's
Get
go,
out of line!
ladies.
I'm literally screaming in my head, "Get out of line!" Get the beers. The edge immediately is taken off. Sit down, enjoy the game. It was great after that. But I literally wanted to snap so bad. It was like the traffic, the idiot people getting in. And you know what it is? Chicago Cubs. Here's a tip. Take it from the Blackhawks. Take it from the Bulls. Scan these idiots' cell phones for them. Do not have people try to scan for themselves.
I told that to Pepsi.
It's like
Yeah, could take a Pepsi for a second.
unreal.
He's not the brightest bulb, but I did tell him, and Pepsi kind of does take a little bit. Like if you tell him stuff, he will at least.
Yeah.
You hope that he'll at least mention it because it sounds like he's open to criticism for his the company and the job there. So
People, and you know what? I will allow older people, couples who come in. Fine, it's kind of hard. You got to figure it out. But people who are our age and above cannot freaking figure it out. They're like, what do I do? What do I do? And the people have to tell them 10 times, you've watched 20 people scan in. What do you mean, what do I do?
Is this a surprise to you?
The guy in front of me and Joe had to get it online because he couldn't get the ticket to load on his phone.
And
Yeah.
that's only because he saw the person in front of them, which was a group of like 4 or 5 people, all around our age, completely struggled. That's what we sat. We sat in line for 5 minutes because those people were just like.
And me and Joe.
Why were you?
We were in
And
for
then,
like 10 seconds.
Yeah, and the guy's like, you could tell the guy in front of us is getting perturbed, and he's like, what the hell is and then he realizes, oh shit, the tickets. I got to pull my tickets. And he goes to look at his phone, and he immediately steps out of line.
That's a good person right there.
He was like, I was, you could see the, anger, all of a sudden, holy shit, I'm in the same situation, and then just, takes a step out. And we're like, "Pachow," and then we go in.
Is it just people that just never been there, do you think?
I don't, you know what?
Is it because maybe we've been there so long that when we take it as like, oh, you should do it?
Well, yeah, it's also the Crosstown Classic. You're probably getting a lot of people who don't know how to do it. But
I mean,
also,
White Sox fans aren't used to going to games, so they don't know what it's like.
It's something like 4 screen. There was a dig there. It's something like 4 screens in.
I thought we were all going to let that one go.
You click the app. You click the game. You click your ticket. Then I think you have to like swipe 1 or 2 more additional screens. You have to go like 6 screens.
Yeah.
It was something crazy. I remember I just kept clicking to access the ticket.
Can you turn
And
the
that's-
lights just a little bit and don't hit those cords?
And that's
turn it a
me
little
who
bit this way.
knows.
To me. Thank you, Pat. Perfect. Chris, you look great.
I'm
no, and I
congregating
get
in
it,
the
Joe.
shadows.
I'm like, but here's the thing.
Listen, I'm
people
not
don't like you
defending
have.
it.
No, I know, I get what you're saying, but you have 10 minutes to get up there.
Exactly.
Aren't you
That's
thinking
exactly
what
it.
what process is going in through your head?
Especially when you guys had that enormous line, you're just standing in line forever. You're just standing in line
I
forever.
literally pulled
what
up my
are you
ticket.
doing?
I had my ticket before I even got in the line, but I had it ready going.
Yep.
Bing.
Yeah,
Me and Chris are going around. People are like, "What do we do here now? What do we do? Do I have to do walk?"
Yup.
Oh my god.
And Wrigley doesn't even do like regular metal
Nope.
detectors.
Just
That you
walk.
take your shit out of your pocket.
Nope.
They have these different scanners that do different things, and
You walk through, you walk through the thing, and they radar you.
security is not the issue for how quickly you get through here. It's
No.
sheer
It's
stupidity.
Absolute stupidity. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're coming to a Cubs game, we'll give you the 3 tips.
Get out your fucking ticket, you piece of shit.
Have your phone ready. Grab the ticket. Learn how to fucking scan. Bring up the brightness in your phone. It'll make it a hell of a lot easier. And then when you get in, just keep walking. They'll tell you if you need to stop.
Pepsi also did mention, and Peter, you were right. That gate is probably the most popular gate to go into because it's right off the red line, and people just automatically go right to that gate.
I was thinking that too.
I said that to Chris.
He did.
I was like, Chris.
The problem though,
I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong.
I appreciate that.
the problem with that
Hey, Pat, take a lesson.
the problem with that gate though is that
I almost spilled my beer.
it's
almost snapped.
no other gate. Any other gate we go into is a really long walk to our seats.
And that was Chris's argument. And I said, yes, you're right, Chris.
It's like you got to walk up the block, and then you got to walk all the way back this way. He's like, okay.
Both
Unless you're coming from that direction, the direction we come, yeah, it's the problem.
Both things are right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a fair point. It's a
Both
fair
things are
argument
right.
all around.
One way you're waiting or the other, Peter. You're either waiting.
That's
to walk
it.
through
And
the
that's
stadium
what
or
Chris's
walk the line.
argument.
Do you see how easy it is to come to a compromise, Israel and Palestine? Look at that.
We just
Look at
solved
that.
did we just solve the world problems?
I think
Make them go through.
If we had
traffic
the
for
round of
fight.
applause on this thing still, I'd do the round of applause
I
for
think
us.
the leaders of our nation can take a
Thanks,
lesson.
Pat. Joe, you know what? I'm going to help you out here. I'm going to
Oh,
cheers to
thank you.
my spelling bee
Did you
jam.
put Prosecco into the
No, I was an adult. I finished my beer and I poured a little here.
adult or alcoholic, however you want to call it?
I did
Okay,
that.
so last night, how this podcast goes, we start with last weekend's fun. We go into this week's.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Beyond Wonderland.
I've already gotten email about next year's Beyond.
Oh,
Wonderland.
yeah. I've gotten like 7
No,
emails.
I'm
like,
out.
Yo.
I would wait until the single day and I would take the Saturday. What do you?
Yeah.
Because it's $200.
100%.
They're like, special price, $200.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what do you mean?
Plus $40 processing.
I thought it was. I think it's 150, and they give you. They actually are nice enough to say it's going to be It's 200 with everything all in.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misread.
Yeah. Chris, you wouldn't do a single day, or are you done?
I would think about a single day.
If Fisher's playing on Saturday night, you coming?
Oh, I'd be there.
I would.
man.
I'd definitely do a single date. That was.
I don't
enjoyed
need
all the details.
I don't need the Sunday. I mean, I get why they do make you buy. They do like the single day passes later, probably, or something.
Yeah.
Because they want people to come Sunday. They don't want people coming Saturday. And they put the better DJs on Sunday.
Yep.
To force people to come.
Yep.
But yeah, I was
It did.
outside of like the rain. I mean, it was like
It was awesome.
it was fun. It was a very eclectic like situation. People.
Oh, yeah.
People
Diverse
were,
range of
people were
people.
kind of friendly. Some people were really rude. I mean,
You know what? I think we did a
Some
great
people
job
were
of.
wasted. I think that's what it was.
How about that person who almost literally Pat died? I don't know if we told you this story. There's a
I'm sorry.
there's a
I
kid,
couldn't laugh.
a young adult who literally passed out from drugs. And then this woman, and where it's also at this point is like it's not a downpour, but it's a consistent rain. So everybody's soaked, and you got these poor EMTs who are. Oh yeah, Joe's got these poor EMTs.
I like how these women are wearing next to nothing and have their little ponchos over. It really
They
cracks
all
me up.
the 2 women look like they're dressed like the lady from what's that Bruce Willis movie? The ninth or the
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element.
Yeah, they
like
do. That's a good call, Joe.
That string thing. That's what they both look like they're wearing. And
Joe's
this woman,
Pat's getting real eyes
this-
on these.
I'm trying to see where the guy's behind
He's
them.
behind-
Yeah,
yeah.
the-
he's behind the women almost naked.
He's
And-
he's on a little stretcher, and that dude right there is like
But-
he was getting yelled at by both of them. He's like, "Fuck no, I'm not carrying that stretcher now."
We're not really. We don't really see them at first.
No, yeah, not at all.
We hear them.
Oh, this
and
woman
this
has
woman
the screamiest voice ever.
just bellows like. Like just absolutely.
Everybody's like,
losing it.
what the?
You sound like a
And
high-pitched
we all
gargle.
turn, and we're like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" So there's an EMT with one end picked up, and this guy's kind of like he's got a leg hanging off.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Luckily, they don't
Otherwise-
look like they're putting anything on him. So he looks like he's just got a
It
pass
looks
out.
like
yeah,
they
he
just
just
started
passed
to like
out.
pick him up. Yeah.
So not like
And
he's not overdosing. He just passed out.
He potentially could have been
he's
overdosing.
probably the way he looked.
I don't think he was fentanyl overdose. I think
No,
It
he
was
was-
more like he took too much of whatever the hell he was. He
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
like he wasn't feeling it originally. He's like, "Oh, I gotta take more." It's like taking acid. Or Ralphie May made the joke of like taking acid. It's not weight dependent. A little dab will do you just
Yeah.
fine.
He could have been absolutely like tripping balls.
Yeah.
I think is a good way to describe it because you
'Cause-
could tell he was kind of there, but he physically it was I don't know how to describe it, but anyways, guys hanging off. One lady hasn't picked him up yet, and this lady's like, "Back him up, back him up." Meanwhile, like kind of hanging over him, and this lady's like, "I'm not gonna pick him up if this lady's like freaking out," and she literally goes, "Stop!" She straight dead face. "Stop yelling. Back him up." Her friend's like, "Come on, let's call this lady Sharon. Come on, Sharon. Just give him a second. Just give him a second. Back him." Everybody's like, "This lady's fucking lost her mind."
This is when you do. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is
Lost
what
her
happens
mind.
when you do stupid amounts of drugs.
Pat, it's 4:00. This
Oh,
event
yeah.
started 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
2 hours
And
ago.
they probably honestly got there like an hour before because everybody didn't get there because of the rain.
Yeah.
So we get there. We actually walked in pretty easy. It's funny. These people paid like $100 more for like gate, like
Yeah,
general
yeah,
admission
general-
too.
That's
yeah.
the thing with like festivals like that. I've been to a couple things in Norway where it's like more open like that. Like if people are not showing up all the same time, like yeah, you don't need to pay for extra because people are coming in all different. They're coming in different tranches and waves and
Plus,
stuff. Like
But I'm
the
saying
way they
that-
had it
sorry.
designed-
Yeah, people pay
but that special general admission had worse lines.
General admission
Then
plus
just regular, yeah.
Yeah.
people. I do wonder though how many people were in that line not
Stupidly?
knowing it was just for general.
I mean,
it was for GA
that's-
plus
You
and
really
VIP.
did have to look for that plus.
my favorite
Yeah.
thing is whenever Dave Matthews plays there. So like to get to the lawn, you have to go all the way around to get to the lawn area. Or if you're in the pavilion, you go through the main entrance there.
yeah.
You would be shocked at how many people get up to the line and are like, "What do you mean I can't go through here?" and they have to go all the way back out and go all the way back over and go all the way back in
Oh yeah, because stupidity.
because they don't read. And then people literally yell at you the whole time. If you're in the lawn, go to the
Yes,
end.
yeah.
Well, the sign was kind of poorly designed. It almost looked like general admission, and then there was a plus sign VIP. So you're
Yeah.
like, oh, everybody
Yeah.
goes through here, not, oh, there's a general admission plus and VIP, and then general admission is down that way.
Yeah. And so
It
we
was
get
not clear.
We get in there, check out. We go walk. It's a mud bowl. So we're casually trying to keep our shoes kind of okay. So we're walking around.
Yeah.
For the most part, trying to do a good job. They have Modelo and Bud Light Pet. That's the only things we would have really had a drink of.
I really wonder why that's
They
weird
had Kona
because
Big Wave, but that's not a.
that must be like a
drinking beer.
festival thing because they have other beers there that you have had.
That yes, they and I'm saying, and they had Stella Joe, but I'm saying what we would have
yes.
drinking
Yes.
was Modelo or was
My
it going to
bad,
be Bud
yeah.
Light? And I'm glad we didn't drink Bud Light because I didn't feel terrible Sunday, but I known if it would have been Bud Light, it would not have been a good day. So we get a couple beers, get it going, walk in the fest. It's great. You literally two big hands. You start to feel it, and Benny Manassi comes on. Now we're headbanging, having a great old time. People are like super interested in your shirt. So we have a ton of people coming up to us. We're also like the only dancey guys. So we have everybody who's coming around us. We kept a very nice tight knit on each side, either
Like
side.
Frank Pearl, get away from me. Gotta get the great ladies.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Stand for my
100%.
boys here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was why. That's why I was saying
Circle of trust.
some people were really nice and some people were jerks because like if you were on the outside
yeah.
of that, people just bulldoze you, and it's like they're like just ramming. Like there was like 3 or 4 times where I got literally like trucked into,
Yeah.
and like I like the
And
one
two of
guy.
those were Mark.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't count Mark. Mark would be 6. But like, there was this one guy who literally just like hit me, and he was so soft. It was like a pillow. I'm like, oh my god, and, like,
Because like, little baby coming to Papa.
and I'm just like, and I keep walking. He's like, and he's trying to walk through me, and it's not working. He's just walking with me as I walk back to you guys.
I do think having the shirts kind of stopped people from cutting in between us,
Yeah.
like what
Yeah.
normally happens, because then they're like, oh, this is one big cohesive group. I can see their uniform. I'm not going to go through the middle of them. I mean, honestly.
No, yeah,
it's
and
like-
it was made it so much easier to find each other.
yes, that's
Yeah.
true, too. Like, we'd
Marco.
come back for beers, and you just see, like, someone's shirt sticking up somewhere.
Yeah, it was a good time. And so we had 3 lines for what the shirts meant. One was we had a buddy who's in jail. We had one buddy who was
I'm in jail. Nice.
Yep. One that this is your bachelor party, but you didn't make it out.
You went too hard in the paint early on.
And then what was the third one? There was another good one. That was the one I was going with towards the end of it.
I can't remember what the other one was. But that was that was like the biggest
Yeah.
one, the one that you just named. You know,
just
the
couldn't make it
second
out.
one. Yeah.
And then sadly, Joe got accused of being the bachelor.
Numerous times.
Couple times.
That happened a bunch of times, yeah.
God, I can see it right now.
I also was wearing shades.
Yes, he was. Yep.
So that
So great night. Tiesto.
So you look like,
or,
you look like me
not
hungover.
Tiesto,
Joe. That's
jeez.
what you're trying to say normally.
there may be a reason I got a haircut today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No,
Joe's like I shaved every all the hair.
tightened everything up.
Joe comes in beardless. He's got his shaving his head.
So go from there. Me and Joe got these stupid drinks that were
The beat
11%.
box.
saw them going around and we're like, well, I want to try
Yeah.
that.
And then you realize it's 11%. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do
Katrina,
that.
Katrina's sister had one of those things. It's like a little. It's in like a little one of those like.
Yeah.
Almost like a
Eco-friendly.
BioSteel thing.
It looks
yeah,
like it's the
yeah.
exact same container as a BioSteel, yeah.
Can you pass me 2 of the? I'll do a little mix here.
Katrina's sister was talking about one of those. It was like. She's like, yeah. I'm looking. I'm like, this is 11% alcohol, right?
Oof. Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't until we did.
I'm like, this is gonna. Like, what does that mean? It's gonna fuck you up.
It definitely did for me because end of my night. Well, I don't know if you want to keep talking about.
So
the
then we
concert, and
walked
then
from
I'll-
there. We took a nice walk. Did we go? Did we do any bars, Chris?
No, we went
Yes,
straight to.
we got an Uber.
We got an Uber. We hit under like a hotel awning and got an Uber on Michigan Avenue.
Yep.
nice.
Got to enjoy.
Yep.
Tore it up, dude. Our pants are full of mud. Our shoes are
dude.
done.
I on the way out absolutely ate shit. 100% ate shit. My left foot just gets stuck. My right foot decides I'm gonna keep going, and I end up doing like this weird split thing because my whole front shin from the tippy toe all the way up to my knee, just mushed against a big slop of mud.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when you're walking out of Wonderland?
Yup, yeah.
I did the same thing.
Oh, dude, it was all up my jeans. All up my jeans.
And no joke, Pat. After Benny Manassi, we just gave up on the mud.
Yeah.
And when you
We
were going
stomping
to
through.
when you were
You
going,
could at one. There was a point where like you were literally like just walking through mud. Like you to get to a
There was no-
washroom,
yeah,
you
you
couldn't,
couldn't
do anything about it. You had to.
It was like a military multi-course.
Isn't
Yeah.
isn't the front part of the stage is
It's all- it's
paved?
cement,
It's
yeah.
cement, right?
It's all cement.
like-
but
all
to go to the
paved.
bathrooms.
But they didn't have. They don't have the like those like air conditioned bathrooms.
Oh, they didn't have those.
No, that's all VIP and General Mission Plus. So if you're just regular General Mission, you get to walk your happy ass to the back of the lots and take the porta
You
lots.
got to do high knees through the mud to
Oh,
get
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
Porta Johns.
And also, people were just hanging out by the Porta Johns, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it was weird. I mean, yeah, it was weird. It's a very different vibe.
I didn't get it.
Lots of weird vibes there.
Got to enjoy dance like we've never danced before. These girls were talking to Chris, and then they started doing drugs, and they left. They legitimately went to the bathroom. I think.
Oh
Danny,
no! You and I was talking to two other girls. You and Danny were talking to the other ones. I thought.
No,
Or was it Mark?
I don't know, dude. I thought it was
Some-
you. I thought
no.
whatever girls you were talking to went and did drugs and left.
Yeah, there was two different sets of girls that were there talking to.
I only remember the ones that you were talking to, and I remember Danny saying they just went. They had to have done drugs, and then they left because they all looked like they went into the bathroom together, stayed in the bathroom for quite a while, came back and were like zombies,
Oh, interesting.
and then left.
I didn't realize that at all.
If you're gonna leave, why don't you just go home and do the drugs?
And then Joe came to me, and I thought Joe was having a great time. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go now." I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like,
I
"Yeah,
don't
not
feel
doing
like
so
I was,
well."
I was
Wait, Mark did make it to Enjoy, right?
Yeah, he did for a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit. Yep.
Yep. I apparently don't remember Enjoy all that well.
Did
I know
I-
that Chris McGraw was alive and well at Lottie's. I can
Did
see
I
that.
leave around the same time Mark did?
I think you left before
No.
Mark did.
I think I did,
Did you leave him
yeah.
at Taco Bell, Joe?
No. I got the hiccups on the car ride over, and I was like, no, something's off. Something's off. Go to the bathroom, throw up.
He comes back out. I gave him a little bit of water.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, nope, this
I'm
isn't doing it.
still hiccuping like crazy. And
Yeah, I think Joe literally, we got there. Joe was in there for maybe like 10, 15 minutes and left. I think Mark was still there.
And then we went to Lottie's, of course. Danced our ass off at Lottie's, and
Slimmer Crew has quoted the Snapchats.
Yes.
oh yeah,
We were bare bones. We were down to Danny
Dan-
Hamilton and me and
and
Peter.
McGraw.
I was so sad because I was like, there's so much room there to dance. There's so much room there to dance, and it's like
And it wasn't like nobody knew us there. It was great.
Yeah,
It was,
no,
and he looked like he sounded like, at least in the Snapchat I saw, was playing amazing music.
Oh, he was killing it.
Killing it. And then there was some other random lady that kept trying to talk to Danny and me, and we're like, no, just not having it. At that point, by that point in the night, she was just like, she would come over. There was some other girl that was there too that was like it was me, Peter, and Danny dancing in a circle.
Oh yeah.
And then she kept trying to come over and dance with Danny, and Danny's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna dance with the guys." And she would try to butt in.
No homo, but I'm gonna go dance with the guys.
Yeah.
Those are those tall guys that dance in a circle together.
Yeah, they dance by themselves. And the girl tries to bump in, and
Oh yeah.
and then
the old oopsie
Oh my God, how you doing?
and like nobody pays any attention to her and
At
then,
all.
And then the second time, she literally like hip checks Peter, almost into the dart machine to get next to Danny. And
Joe
Pe-
Keneally dart machine.
And Peter's like, "What in the hell is going on here?" And Peter's just like, "I'm done. I'm going to the middle of the dance floor."
Oh my God, it was a good night. Got home, literally stripped outside my apartment down to my skimmies. Put all my
Peter saw Mrs. Wentworth next door.
got all my stuff into the line because I literally told Lauren, "Hey, I'm coming back muddy," and so I stripped down. My shoes went right into
Lauren
the
has
sink.
tarp all the way through like Dexter's. She's to murder somebody through the whole house.
It's like a tent, like from like the front.
It's like a
entrance
hazmat
has
suit-
like-
hazmat
yeah,
scene.
Exactly.
Got everything nice and tidy, and I liquid IV'd, I biosteeled, and
And then he passed out his
two
tent.
ibuprofen.
In his designated pass out area on the tent.
I was great. It was and then Sunday was not a bad day at all. Joe called it early, didn't want to do it.
Now, you guys looked a little rough at golf. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there was no line. I was definitely feeling rough.
I didn't feel
You
too bad.
both looked a little rough.
Yeah, well, we always look rough on a Sunday.
Yeah, I know. Usually it was weird because usually I've been right there with you.
Yeah, could have.
It was
You missed out on all the fun. You missed out on Danny and Mark me apparently going after some druggies, and then you missed the chick at Lottie's boxing Peter out into the dart machine. I mean, you could have had it all, Pat.
Yeah,
and and the fact that there's no Christian shame or Catholic shame at this EDM concert, you'd have loved it.
Oh yeah,
No Catholic shame.
No Catholic shame.
Pat,
After the fourth module that goes up the window?
there was people wearing stuff like that. I could not believe the confidence that they had in themselves.
I use dental floss that is thicker than some of the stuff that was worn at that concert.
There was literally
And the rain, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
I was cold.
there was literally a girl that wore like
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Peter's in a ski outfit walking over there.
I woke up Sunday feeling like having like cold symptoms for sure. Like my nose was stuffy, my throat was like itchy, kind of sore. I was like, "Fuck."
The
that could have been
best,
from all the screaming too.
the second best part of that
Oh,
was
my voice was gone.
me and Joe
And that
walk
had
in.
everything to do with this.
Oh yeah, screaming like an idiot. Oh yeah, satisfaction.
Yeah.
The one of the best parts of the night, and all on top of that was me and Joe go get the first round of beers, and this very nice lady who hadn't probably seen any customers yet. Me and Joe come up, and she looks, and she's like 80. She's like, "There's no way," and I'm like, I stupidly think she was joking and calling us old. And she's like, oh no, not at all. She's like, there's no way you were born in the 80s.
Beer takes a compliment.
I'm about to come over that counter, lady.
I show her my ID. She's like, okay. She sees Peter's ID and she's like, what? Huh? And Peter's like, how dare you?
I will fight you.
And she's like, no, I'm trying to say you don't look like you were born anywhere near the 80s. And he's like, are you trying to say I'm old? And she's like, no, quite the opposite. He's like, I'm so offended, damn it.
Yeah,
Why
he's
does
just
it
give me
keep
that Modelo.
Why does it keep happening to me? And
She's
it's like,
probably-
she's not saying it. Actually, she's giving you a compliment.
Joe is on his
Peter.
on the side, peeing his pants, laughing at Peter.
I'm like, I watched this and I was like, I don't understand this. Like, I clearly don't understand English because what she's saying.
She was lying to his show.
And
She
the
was
way
making fun of us.
he's
And you didn't want to
reacting-
take it the right way.
Yeah, she was like, this
The
guy's
way
definitely
he's
born in the 70s.
reacting, I'm like, it sounds like she's almost hitting on him. And Peter's like, how dare you?
Joe's brain
Chris
was,
McGraw comes in like, I'm way younger than this motherfucker.
Joe is literally his brain is doing like some like things like, am I hearing this right or am I not processing? Brain, are we working here? Because something's not working.
We walk away from that and I go to Peter, I go, honestly, Peter, it sounded to me like she was complimenting you. Oh, yeah. That, okay. I guess I didn't see it that way. I did not see it that way.
Peter's
in the
brain
moment.
turns out. It's
It
like,
might-
Oh.
I'm not saying it's
Peter's like, fuck that
definitely
bitch.
true, but there's a possibility that could have been.
That could have been the right.
Also,
I don't know.
Also,
I don't know.
Also,
Maybe it was sarcasm.
Also, Peter and Joe got in because I had to stop with Danny at roll call to get his ticket. And so me and Danny are walking in, and there's this guy in between ID check and where you get your bracelet scan to get in.
What is he
And
doing?
He is on the phone going absolutely nuts.
I heard about this. Yeah.
He's like, I bought everybody's tickets,
Oh.
and you left me here. Get your fucking ass out here! I don't care that you're on I don't care that you're on the big swing out there. They had like this little like chair swing thing out there that they were swinging people. I don't care. Get the fuck out and come and get. Oh, me and Danny are just standing there for like a good minute, just watching this guy on the phone, just bitching people out. I bought all the tickets. I bought your ticket. I bought his ticket. And he's just going. It was probably the grandest thing I've seen the whole entire time we were there.
Nice.
Oh, boys.
That was fantastic.
How was Sunday,
Thank you
boys?
so much.
That sounds good. So Joe canceled. Lauren had a work thing. Your boy literally had the apartment for himself for like 4. Me and Chris watched the one episode of the NBA Lakers,
The Lakers
Showtime
thing on HBO.
Tremendous. I made a whole rack of
the
ribs.
HBO show?
Yeah, it's great. It really is. Pat, that might be one you want to download. The first season was tremendous. Had a whole rack of ribs. I went to bed. Literally, Lauren called me at 8:30. I said, "Great, I'm going to go to bed now." Then, and went to bed.
She's like, no, wait. We're going to talk. No.
But she still got me up, and then I was up for another 15 minutes.
Why would you wake me up? What's wrong with you?
I was out cold.
Why do you do this to me? I just want to go to bed, please.
And
I'm
I look
so
at
tired.
She's like, you go Saturday, you talk to me on Sunday.
yeah, you suffer. You must suffer for your sins.
No, I don't want to talk to you at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I want to talk to you at 9:35.
When your eyes are behind you in the back of your head.
Cash it in that IOU, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know how she became Asian, but let's go.
Oh, that was an A- oh, well. I don't know.
She has an app. She's got an app that converts her voice.
Okay. So that was last week. Last week was a good time. Pat, what did you do Saturday?
Katrina went to dinner. I think?
Where'd you go?
I don't remember.
Oh, you guys are really good at the memory stuff.
Dude.
And then we came back here, did a couple things on the computer, and then I think we watched some TV. That was about it.
Did some stuff on the computer, huh? What kind of stuff?
What kind of episodes are we looking at?
And then that was about it. Not much else.
Okay. And yada, yada, yada.
Yada,
That went to
yada,
bed.
yada, went to bed.
Yeah, yada 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 over the best part. No, I said we went to dinner.
So then, well, I know we have a ton of topics. So, and Joe's probably. What time? Where's your dinner at, Joe?
It got pushed to 7.
Oh, okay, so we got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Great.
So it's basically just
All right, we don't have to worry too much. We won't push it too long though. Is it downtown?
No,
Traffic's
it's not far. It's probably like 20 minutes from where I'm at.
Okay, perfect. So,
yeah,
you don't have to work. Yeah.
Did a nice vegan restaurant.
It is not.
That's good. Last night, Chris and I went out, and the boys are getting wild. So here, the one story I'll tell you from last night. I'll tell you guys one off air, but the one that happened to us at the bar. So we're at the table. So I'm sorry, we do dinner. We have a great. We're in Park Ridge, Illinois.
Maybe we should do some context of who you are. No, it's not these boys.
No, it's just high school friends.
These boys.
Sorry, that's fair. That's fair.
not
We're
these
some.
boys.
Me and Chris are with some high school friends. We haven't seen in a while. We go out for dinner. We go get a drink at a bar.
Real
Yep.
quick, where'd you guys go to dinner?
Oh, we went to City Barbecue in Park Ridge.
Okay.
So we went there at 7. So you have to understand when you go to that late, there's things not going to be on the menu. We were cool with whatever they can get. Like me and Chris got big because all we can eat is meat. So we got all the meat. And so the lady came back like 10 minutes into making our order, and she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, we just ran out of brisket." We're like, "Cool, no big deal. Give us the double the sausage." She took that ticket, gave it to the
They like the old sausage.
took it to the,
Exactly.
to the cook and said, "Hey, they want sausage." She immediately took that, crumpled it, and threw it out. So an hour later, me and Chris are like, "Well, we haven't eaten, and everybody's already eaten." So we go up there and be like, "Hey, where's the order at?" And he's like, shit." And I was this close to being like, "Hey, you know what? Just refund me my money. I'm out of here."
Mm-hmm.
But then it only took them like 10 minutes to get that food ready at that point. So they got it over to us. It was honestly really good. So
Oh, great.
walked over to the bar. Every bar now in Park Ridge and Edison Park has live music. So it's kind of hard. Well, the best part of that actually is, so me and Derek, my buddy Derek, we're sitting over, we're at the bar, we're talking, we're having a drink, and a couple of songs come on. He's like, "Man, this is really good. I'm feeling this." I'm like, "Oh, I know, dude. Like, I love live music. Like, live music anytime." Anybody's like, "Dude, me too. It brings me in. I'll stay all night if there's live music." And he's jamming. He's like, "Man," he's like, "sounds like they got live music here tonight, but I don't know." And I'm like,
They're playing cover after cover.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Are you joking?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "The fucking live band's right there." And he's like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!" I'm like, I'm really almost peeing my pants at this point.
That's awesome.
We stay there. It's kind of hard to have a conversation, so we decided, hey, let's, like, me and Chris actually, it's like
I
midnight.
was ready to go to bed.
Oh, it was 11:30. We're like, we're gonna call it. We'll drive you guys where you want to go. These boys are getting it. Like, Ryan's doing a shot of bourbon with his beer. They're ready. They all Ubered. Me and Chris drove, and all three of them came in Ubers, and we're like, oh shit, like these boys are looking to get down tonight. So we're leaving. Like, hey, they're like, "Hey, could you drop us off?" We're like, "Cool, yeah, no problem." Edison Park's on our way. So we're about to drop them off. He's like, "Come on, guys, we never see you. Come have a beer with us." Twist my arm. So we go in. I go into Edison Park. I order a bucket of Coors Light. The bartender has been there. Me and Pat and Chris used to go there all the time to watch the UFC fights, 10 years ago. And we would get pizza. We'd watch the fights. It was great. And this lady would always, she was kind of, she knew us.
Was Joe Appel hanging on the corner?
And she would kind of serve us, like, it would get crazy, but she knew us, so she would come over she would see the Foster can would be done. She'd get us around the new ones.
They stuck at the Foster cans?
Oh yeah. And she looked at me and she kind of noticed. She's like, "You look familiar." She kind of gave me that like smile. Mm-hmm. But then she fucked me over. She got me a bucket of Miller Lite. And I was just like, "God damn it." So pissed, dude. And then Ryan's like, "Why wouldn't you tell her?" I'm like, "What am I gonna do? She popped all these. Like, it is what it is." We put the pitcher the bucket down.
So wait, so Chris McGraw had to stay later than he wanted to, and he had to drink Miller Lite?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
my
I'm sure he was Mr. Pleasant personality over there, that one.
I was thrilled.
Everybody's drinking. Ryan literally one gulped his beer pretty much. I swear to God. I don't know that.
Well, it is monkey piss. That's a good call on his part. Ryan, if you listen to the podcast, that's a good idea.
So then this really, really, really drunk girl and her two friends run over to the table next to us. And the really, 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 really drunk one literally does this and then starts screaming at me. And I'm like, that's literally what I'm like, what are you doing? And she just kind of like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, not me. Like, so I turn my head. I go talking to I start talking to Derek. So then she's like, okay, he's too good looking. He's not going to talk to me. He goes up to Derek. And Derek's like, no chance. And like he's like kind of like being very mean to her. I was very kind of like, no, I don't want to talk to you.
Beer's just like, I just ignored her. Derek is just
get away from me. So then she goes to Ryan. Ryan is drunk as shit. He's into talk. He'll talk to anybody anyways. So they start talking. Thought they might have hit it off. I'm like, good for Ryan. Maybe found a little something here. She's a weirdo, but Ryan's a weirdo. Maybe, weirdos meet weirdos.
Yep.
She decides that Ryan's not enough for her, so she goes and starts talking to the people who are playing, the bands that are playing.
Oh, Jesus.
She's trying to talk to them. They're not listening because they're playing a song. So she walks away. He comes back. He's like, hey, ma'am, come back.
These chicks are ignoring me.
Yeah, come back. Did you have a song? And she literally goes to grab the mic.
I got a song, baby.
And he's like, what the like
Jolene.
Pushes her away. She's so drunk. Comes back to Ryan. Ryan goes orders another bucket. So we have a fresh bucket sitting in the.
Did he get Miller Lite or Coors Light?
Yeah.
Coors Light.
Good.
Me and Chris, it's like midnight now.
So Chris is feeling a little better.
Yeah, but at that point, I was okay.
We're trying to get out.
Oh, he's got dinner in his show now.
Oh.
He's got Coors Light in this fucking shit show.
Hey, is it still the same fat bouncer?
No.
No.
Old guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So me and Chris are, we're about to leave. We're about to say goodbyes, and she tells her friends to come over and starts grabbing the beers out of the bucket. I grabbed her hand. I grabbed her hand. Chris and Reed grabbed the other two ones, and Derek's like, "What the are you doing? Do not take a beer," and because she was going to give it to a friend, and
that's a bold choice.
She let it go. I held it. I gave it to Ryan when he came back. Derek lays into her like, "You do not take another person's beer." Blah blah blah. Her friends were so embarrassed they just got up and left.
Just left her.
That's a bold choice. Take someone's beer.
That's what it took for them to. It wasn't trying to grab the mic, talking to a.
I don't know if
while they're
maybe it was a cumulative effect for them.
I don't know. I don't know if they saw her trying to grab the mic because they were behind They were saying there's like a big post there, but she was all over the place.
The problem is, take your friend home. Be a good friend. This woman is way too drunk to be there by on her own.
That's like suburban drunk though.
Oh, dumb.
That's what happens out there. It's like that's the local spot. Bartenders know. Security knows. Brittany, just go home, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
That's what that, and then.
Yeah, like literally gibberish the whole time. The problem is too is like, it's just like she's literally. I think about like that woman today, did nothing. She's probably still not have gotten out of bed.
Maybe she's dead.
That's how drunk she is.
Could be.
I say she's
Possibly.
dead.
She came back after her friends left, and she sat in her group, and Ryan literally was like, at this point, Ryan even knew. He's like, "Hey, sweetheart, you need to go home." And they were gonna move bars if she wasn't gonna leave, because me and Chris were like, "This is it. I'm done. I don't want to be here anyways." And this crap that's going on, I'm out. And so we went home. But yeah, it was an interesting night. Makes me appreciate our normal nights, even when we're the drunkest of drunks.
Here's the thing: the bars we go to are not neighborhood bars, so people go out there to go out. Where, especially Edison Park, I feel is every bar is a corner bar. Like everybody knows every one of those bars, and it's a whole couple blocks. There's like one or two bars here, one or two bars there. Park Ridge is not far away, so they all kind of like hang out. It's almost like Rosemont before Rosemont.
Yeah, it's insane.
So you get a lot of neighborhoody people.
It's like Rosemont without the travelers.
Park Ridge wasn't bad. Like the music, what's crazy though? The live music was at all the bars was very good. Like it was.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by that. But it's also like every single bar has a guy playing live music, like which is kind of crazy. Like do people like you're sitting in there like, do I really need the live music right now? Like you could just throw on some DJ right now and it'd be fine.
They probably don't pay much for the live music.
I was going to say it might attract an older or like a different crowd too. They don't want to hear.
Yes, I get that. You're right because they do play more of the kind of the oldies. All right. We got a couple things, Chris. We got a lot of little topics. We'll run through really quickly. We got Pat Lynch going to Italy, so we need some predictions. How many times he's going to be pickpocketed? Is he going to get lost? Is he going to get spit on because he's American?
Hope not.
Does Katrina leave him at one point? How drunk does Pat get in Italy?
I will not be getting hammered alone in a foreign country.
Okay, fair point.
I did in Japan. It was awesome.
What? Right. Guess now what's going to be your favorite point and what's going to be your least favorite point. And then when you come back in 3 podcasts, we can go over the notes. All right. So.
All right, now spit them out, Pat.
Let's go, Pat.
Real quick.
Okay.
Rapid
First
fire.
thing. What do you think is going to be your favorite moment, or favorite place to see, or favorite thing to do?
I think
His 5-hour layover in Philadelphia.
for sure. I think it's going to be the Coliseum. Probably.
Oh, that's nice. Do you have like a private tour, or you just doing a big
We're
group?
part of a small group that's going to. Yeah.
Planning to make any carvings into any walls while you're there?
I'm gonna
Wait.
I'm gonna chisel some stuff off.
Hey, bring some, stickers, little.
Podcast is a fee.
Throw a couple up.
And the Coliseum. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That will
I
get
do
me
not
arrested,
condone
probably.
This is not. I
Okay.
don't care.
What city do you think is going to be your favorite city? I will write these down when I watch the podcast over.
The Vatican.
Probably Sorrento, because it's gonna be on the coast.
Okay, very nice.
And we have like a hotel room with a view of the coast.
Ooh, this man spent some money, ladies and gentlemen. What food are you most looking forward to trying?
I'm actually looking forward to like the whole thing. They're different regions, so they have a little different stuff in each one. I think.
Are you going to try this thing called pizza?
I think I will try this thing called pizza.
How about pasta?
I may have some pasta. I
Okay,
don't know. We'll see.
How about some seafood?
I'm gonna try some, yeah, because we're on the coast, right on the fresh coast, in the one part of the city. So I'm gonna try some.
Are there non-fresh coast?
Well, I mean, Rome is more in inland, and then like Florence is more north.
Busting balls.
He's
That's awesome.
you,
Okay.
you missed that one. That one went over your head.
Yeah, way over your head. What is your least? What are you not looking forward to?
My 4-hour layover in fucking Philadelphia on the way
Okay.
back.
What is your second least favorite?
I'm not, I mean, everything looks like it should be fun. We were, it should be good.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Pat. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
Terrific.
Chris, all right, do you want to start with the native tribe who's gotten, so I read the article, they got Starlink, and immediately,
Not immediately. It took a few months, but they got it. They locked down the core of what the internet's really about.
Pat, months, how long we've had the internet, and it took them months to become addicted to porn.
And social media.
That's insane. If that doesn't tell you something about what's wrong with the internet.
The best part was that they I think the article said like the men are behaving like white men. They're lazy and they're entitled.
They're behaving like the white people.
What?
The white devil's got them.
That white infection off the
It was like they're being like really aggressive towards the women. All of a sudden. It was such a weird article.
That seems rude.
They all became. What's the fucking guy's name?
Epstein?
No. What's the fucking
Donald Trump.
Well,
Grabbing
him
pussies.
too.
Bill Clinton?
They're grabbing pussies.
No. The internet dude with the
Jay-
shaved
or,
head.
Dan Blazerian.
Shaved head.
Damn, how many people? How many
Also
white
like
guys
that.
can we name? They're
Also,
just pieces of shit.
He's stuck in Romania.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew
Andrew
Tate.
Tate. I'm trying to keep it relevant to like this.
I don't know. We gave you
yeah.
like 9 relevant white
Donald
guys
Trump.
who are pieces of shit.
Hold the fuck up. One
Wait,
was
how
Bill
many white men were-
Clinton.
how-
I'm sorry, the 1990s called
Bill's
here.
still banging.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bill's got women with dress with all types of weird shit on it still.
Hey! He did not have
Allegedly.
sexual
Those are
relations. He
preserved.
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Preserved in a museum.
He might have a Hall of Fame ticket for Epstein being the most man on Epstein's flight.
Not denying those things.
He just likes free flights.
That's the past. I'm talking about. I don't know. I really
my
don't.
God,
I really have no soapbox to stand on defending Andrew. I'm not like. I saw where he's going. I was like, I don't give near. Nope. Never mind.
Okay, I guess we did name a lot of white males.
There's a lot of pieces of shit out there.
I just think the way the whole article was written was just like it's just too. It was
That is great.
It was,
though.
I mean, I felt it was
That's
kinda-
incredible.
It was hilarious, to be honest.
truly
nice.
incredible.
Like they get the internet and like their first thing they do is they find porn.
Oh, that's insane.
it took a while to get there.
But now once they found it, they're never going back.
Oh yeah, what else do you do on the internet now?
I mean, the internet's for porn. It's
I don't think their huts have a lot of
famous
them space.
you know, when I when I saw this text message come through, I was walking down the stairs, and I immediately, as I saw this text,
Stopped.
I thought of Stan's dad in South Park.
Oh yeah.
In the Grapes of Wrath parody, where
Yep.
they get the internet and it's just like, oh my, and he's in the room, and that's what I just imagined the huts of this village is like.
I imagine
Whatever room that is that has the computer.
I
Best insulation in town.
I imagine Family Guy where they tell Quagmire
Oh,
that
yeah.
there's porn on the internet.
It's like, wait, it's free?
And his arm
is
is
twice
like
that,
3 times the size of his
Literally,
other.
when you said he started talking that way, I literally went to Quagmire
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
That's another good one.
Oh, jeez.
His eyes are all bloodshot because he hasn't slept in like 3 days.
He's like Quagmire, and he literally couldn't get his mail because he just ran back in because he just couldn't leave. Yeah, dude. That's crazy. There was I just listened to a podcast, like a Snapped, and a woman killed her husband, and one of the things she's like, he did, or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Snapped. It was just, dude, this is a crazy one. This woman had her pastor kill her husband so that they could be together. And so there's 10 hours of
Hell yes.
There's 10 hours of interviews of him, and the first interview is her kind of like slandering her ex-husband, like not ex-husband, her husband that she just had killed,
Her pastor.
and she talks about him having a porn addiction, and I'm like, this is getting weird, but it was crazy to me that so the first interview they're like very sympathetic to her, like
So porn addiction justifies murder?
yeah,
Is what she's saying?
lot of water, like.
He's a sinner.
Second interview, they're like, hey, this isn't really making sense. Seems like maybe this pastor guy might have killed. And she's like, oh my God, no way. Third interview is like, all right, lady, we know you had this guy kill him. Like, tell us the deets. And she's like, it wasn't me. And
Yeah,
then she
we looked at your internet search and there's no Pornhub on
Yeah.
there. This is bullshit.
This guy didn't even jerk off. I think they may have killed the best guy in the world.
We saw that you had a block on the internet.
It's crazy.
Bessie came up and blocked you. For gold.
Oh, good old
fucking
Bessie.
dog.
Dude,
Fucking dog.
in high school, how we got around that is we just set up an entire different internet.
Oh,
A different browser
Different
system.
browser, yeah.
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 We were, see, this is what the Amazon people
Where
will
there's
never
a
do.
will, there's a way.
You know what I thought about when you said that, Pat, with the huts and stuff? Yeah, they have no reconnaissance of you have to if you're gonna watch porn as an adult, you gotta have you can't just out in the hut.
Well, I mean, they don't have etiquette there. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You
There's
gotta
etiquette.
think though, they also don't know what those noises mean.
Well, they had sex probably.
I mean, yeah, but do you think they're doing it like they do it in?
Now they are probably. You guys are good support.
They want to. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, we're off that topic. All right, Chris, next subject. Give me the good old gambling one. That was pretty good.
Okay, so there's this lady in New Jersey, and I think she went to the Harris Casino out there in Atlantic City. I'm not sure the exact casino, but I think that's the one.
Sure. Works.
She goes in. She's like a 75-year-old lady. She's on welfare, on Social Security, Medicare, not making much money, obviously because she's older,
But
retired.
she has enough to gamble.
She has so she's taking whatever. So
Taking the old Social Security check and playing the penny slicer a bit.
making-
Let's see.
so
let's see
she
what
goes-
she's
She's got to
up to.
entertain herself, bro.
so she goes to the Wheel of Fortune slot machine.
Pat
As
Sajak,
one does.
Vanna White.
Yeah. Loves it.
His last show was this week.
Yep.
Vanna and Pat.
Very,
baby.
very current, Chris.
legendary.
Very current. Puts her money in, spins it, hits the jackpot.
Nice.
Jackpot's 1.27
$1 trillion.
No, 1.27 million.
Nice.
But
Close
a
enough.
multiplier kicks in.
Oh, baby.
To jack it up to 2.5 million.
Jack
baby.
me up, baby.
So she's thinking oh, my fortune's turned around. I've just gotten $2.5 million. I hit the jackpot. Awesome. Security comes by, looks at it, opens the machine up, closes the machine, says, your win is void because the machine's on tilt. There's a little button inside that says it's on tilt or something.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Do we know what on tilt
Yeah,
means,
what the
by the way?
fuck
I'm
does that
sorry.
I think the machine, either something went wrong in the machine. I think that's what it means. There's some kind of error in the machine.
Okay.
It shouldn't have landed on that.
Oh, so it fucked. The machine didn't fuck her.
No.
So it should have
It
fucked
wasn't
her.
a true win.
Well, it should be there's no proof that like this machine was on tilt. Like they opened it up, didn't show her anything. They looked at it, closed it, said no, and then she's like, no, I
would
like
sue
yeah.
the fuck out of them.
Well, that's what she's doing now. But the casino, in their ever loving effort to be great, decides, hey, we know that you got kind of screwed over by this machine,
Here's
and
a
you're not.
restaurant comp.
Here's $350, and she's like, no, I'm not going to take that. I won $2.5 million. She comes back the next day because she wants to talk to the casino management, figure out what the hell's what's going on here, why she's not, and they bar her. They kick her out and bar her from the casino.
Wow.
So obviously now she's suing because she wants it, and apparently this machine has some issues, like with like malfunctioning or something, and the company who makes the machine ended up having somebody in New Orleans won on a similar machine, and they won $1.3 million, and the manufacturer of the machine had to pay out the.
So what
the
you're
money.
telling me is that if I see a Wheel of Fortune machine in a
Hit it.
casino, that I should be
Hit
hitting
it,
hard.
yeah, hit it.
Hit it.
Put a couple Finskis and see what happens.
So I'll try to keep an eye on this and see if this lady actually gets her money. But
I
I'm
hope
hoping
she
she
gets- I
does.
hope she gets her money.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, how can you open a machine, not be like, hey, this machine's messed up. Here's why it's messed
yeah,
up.
then you
You're
should
fu-
pull
yeah.
the machine off the thing
Yeah.
if it doesn't work. You shouldn't. That's not her fault.
Yeah.
But instead, you just open it, close it, and say no. Your win's
That's
void.
like hitting blackjack. Like, no, it's a bad duck. Sorry.
yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
no, that ball did not land on
Yeah, on
triple
zero.
on double zero green. You did not put $500 on the. No, you're done.
Yeah, get out of here. That's ridiculous.
That's
It reminds me of, this also kind of relates to this week in the stock market. On Tuesday, the stock market was all types of Jimmy janked. And Berkshire Hathaway, for whatever reason, went from $166,000 a stock.
You mean like $716,000?
Okay, I'm an idiot. $716,000
For sure.
It's a couple
Pennies,
500.
pennies,
A couple
Chris.
500,000.
Pennies.
And
Pennies.
It's a rounding error.
it went down to zero, and people had alerts set, and it triggered, and they bought, and the Nasdaq came out and said, "Nah,
Those are all void.
they're all void."
Yeah.
So it helped if you had a stop loss, like let's say at like 500,000 and it got ranked.
Did it trigger all the other ones to sell then?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you had a stop loss in, you were giving your money back, or you're giving your stock back, and the people who bought were taken
void.
away.
That's kind of a crazy glitch.
Wow.
So-
that feels like that should be investigated
I
a
had
little
not
bit
heard
more.
about it.
That feels like it should be investigated a little bit more there.
Oh wait, is this where
Brian, yeah,
Brian and Max were talking all
dude,
techie?
the stock market was
Tell
There you
Brian,
go,
this-
Peter.
The Citadel hacking the Nasdaq now. What the fuck's going on over there?
That's the stock price.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Did you also craziness?
$621,000
Texas is coming out with an exchange.
I saw that. Yeah.
Interesting.
They're trying to compete with New York, the New York Stock Exchange, and then the Chicago has the Mercantile.
Yeah, a little
But
different.
I think they're going to go after the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, the Chicago one's a little different. That's
Yeah.
more like options, futures, stuff like that.
In New York, they to commute into Manhattan, they wanted to have a $15 toll.
Wow.
And
is that-
per cars or just for people like taking trades? And stuff?
No, I think it was
No, it's just like people
I
driving
think-
into
I
the
think
city.
That's. I mean, I can see
that
it 'cause
is
there's
the
no
cost
parking.
No.
for one of the bridges.
no. The governor came out and kicked it out.
Oh,
No,
they
there's-
kicked it out.
there's
Okay.
She stopped. She put a pause on it.
There's like a $20. When I was in New York, one of the bridges I crossed, there was a toll for.
I think the
$20.
I think the bridges.
The bridges are different. Like there's
Oh,
like
wait, what is
it's
this?
like going
Sorry,
into
what is this
down.
referring to?
There's going to
Bridges
downtown like
out.
Wall Street stuff like that in the downtown Manhattan to get into like Manhattan. Like
Yeah.
they're putting up like tolls. So like you know
the
how
bridge off the airport into New York. You're right. That toll is insane.
Oh, okay. So
And-
this is like
yeah.
this is in the city.
yeah,
City,
so
yeah.
Joe imagine
I see.
So
I
imagine
see.
instead
I thought this was like one of the bridge. I misunderstood.
Im-
Okay.
imagine you're coming from like Auchevelle and you
Yep.
want to go over the 90-94 the expressway into like the loop over there, the south loop over by Sears Tower
They're
and
gonna
everything.
charge
There
you?
would be like a toll. That's what New York's doing. They're doing some kind of toll like that where
That's fucking
it was like $15 to get into
Why
their
does
downtown.
anyone? Why does anyone live? Because they're in California. So anybody live there? It's like just gonna
I-
break over the coals.
It's New York is insane. Like it's.
I mean, it's a different. Have you been there, Pat? Ever been to New York?
I have not actually.
You've never been to New York?
Nope.
I'll get to work on that, buddy.
Yeah.
It's
there
a
was
fun city, but yeah, like city tax, the
It's-
state tax, forget
yeah.
about it.
It's,
You're going. No. I was just going to say they have. I think it was one in every 20 person is a millionaire in New York City. I think that's.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know it was a crazy
Yeah.
state like that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say. I mean, it's a different city. Like it is like nothing else. People say Chicago is a cleaner New York, which is true. But it's also like New York is a little bit different. It's like parallel to. It's the same but different. I don't know how to explain it. It's a really cool place.
It's amazing, but I would never. There's no chance I'd ever want to live there.
No.
And the politics are so backwards. Like your people are fleeing in droves. What are you doing? Not that Illinois doesn't have the same kind of issues. Me and Ryan got into a heated debate about Trump, and we'll talk about this offer because we're not going to do politics here. And I'll just kind of give you kind of the situation.
Bitch about inflation, bro. You gotta do it. Keep the streak alive.
Can't wait. Is there anything that inflation? Well, we did talk about inflation, but like he was trying to blame it on Trump.
I don't know. You bitched about the brisket for a bit earlier today.
I don't know. I don't know how much. So we bought 5 pounds of bitching too. Fuck you, Pat. I bought $60 worth of brisket that you're gonna enjoy tonight. You small ass, not nipple ass having.
Oh, you Italian
him.
fuck.
All titty, no
Nipple
nipple ass
ass.
having, and also now no fucking meat having ass bitch.
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
what
right.
you think about that? What
You
think
didn't even
about
put
that?
the meat in your mouth. That puts the meat in the mouth.
No meat in Pat's mouth.
What is
None.
going on here?
So
Not
I go.
brisket
So that's
anyways.
I'm not gonna lie. So I went to Jewel, and we're looking at briskets, Joe.
Okay.
The first one I picked up, I was like, brisket can't be that much, right? I pick up the first one, $90. I was like, oh,
Holy.
is this
fuck.
got gold in it?
Let me put this back down real quick before I break it.
I really think a lot of it's got to do with like just how much like the barbecue kind of trend
Crazy,
is kind of
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, you think
Yeah.
it's kind of following a fad there?
Yeah, a little bit there.
for the
I think to a
barbecue
degree.
meats.
I think some of it's inflation, some of it's. I think it's a combination of it, because brisket's a shit cut of meat.
It is. It really is. That's what, and like not to this. I'm not. But the reason we even know about barbecue is because that's the meat, the cuts of meat that the slaves got, and then they had to figure out how to cook it. And a lot of the barbecue that we have comes from the South, and the only reason we know that, like corned beef, the only reason we know corned beef is it was the cheapest cut of meat, and the Irish just figured out how to make it
They
the
just
best way.
boiled it nastiest
Yeah.
way. Yeah, like, they make it
And
the
then they
worst
made
way.
it, and then it got cold, and then they would cut it down and make sandwiches out
Yeah,
of
and
it.
they make it the worst way, honestly.
Oh, my parents' way of doing it, yeah. But you know what you got to do with that, Pat? They can boil it, but then you got to let it get cold, and then you
Yeah.
slide it down a meat slicer, and that's where your corned beef comes
Yeah.
from.
The Irish can do great things with a potato,
And
but only a potato.
They
They're
it's like
not
they,
known for their food.
no, Joe. They just know how to boil things. All they do is boil shit.
Yeah,
They
it's
boil
so
meat
much
and they boil
boiled.
potatoes.
So many
Boiled.
vegetables in plastic bags getting boiled.
Boil the cabbage.
That's what
Boil.
I
They boil
wait,
everything.
How about like when we were growing up? My family
Fantastic beef tenderloin.
my family did a lot of like roast. When you throw a bunch of stupid vegetables in a bag with a piece of meat.
So my mom would throw it in like a beef consomme with the meat, and then she'd bake it all together. There.
Yeah, it'd be in a pan, and it would be in the oven, and you.
Yeah,
pull it
that we
out.
did. Yeah, I
which wasn't
absolutely hated that.
Occasionally.
That was not my jam
Vegetable.
at all.
I still don't like it.
No, me either. Lauren's like, we should do a roast someday. I'm like, you could take a roast and shove it out the window. Because there's no fucking chance I'm doing roast.
Ain't no fucking chance I'm doing a roast.
It was every Sunday, and I'm starving on a Sunday. Me and Chris, we're playing out. And I come home and I got a shit
Goddamn
roast.
pot
You
roast
get this-
again.
you get-
Motherfucking
you get a
pot
por-
roast
You
again.
get a pork loin roast, and
Yeah.
it's like, what is this?
What is that?
With
Smoked
some-
butt over here with
with
this
some
bullshit.
overcooked celery and
I'd
carrots.
love to introduce you to a little thing called cumin. I know you've never heard
Yes.
of it,
Give me some spice.
but there's a whole bunch of these things. They
What
come
are
in
these
little
spices
tiny
you talking
jars,
about?
and you put them all over your food, and
Seriously.
they make it taste better.
Like my family never had any freaking taste buds.
What is salt?
I'm gonna be honest. My dad's barbecuing.
Ketchup's so spicy.
My parents barbecuing. Burn it until it would look like it was done.
And then slap some sauce on it.
Yeah. The fuck are we doing? Ribs?
I thought barbecue was burnt chips until I found out.
I fucking hated ribs growing up because when my parents would do it,
It was a WrestleMania match to get the meat off the
They
bone.
would boil it. Who the fuck is boiling ribs? Why?
Irish people boil ribs.
And then you eat them like, what in the hell am I eating right now? Oh, so bad.
Preach, brother, preach.
Right? And now as an adult and I could cook for myself, I'm like, thank God for the internet. First of all, I get that. They didn't have it as easy.
Say, hey, don't you ever cook ribs again?
Oh. No, I go over, I barbecue for, even if I'm not even eating. Let me barbecue for you.
These ribs are really good.
Oh, let me barbecue for you. Like I cannot watch another burnt black hot dog.
Or the worst, like you get like the frozen French fries, and
Oh.
they would pour the whole entire bag on a tray.
You got a mountain of fries on a plate.
So like you get like the top 3 are cooked, and then everything else is just this saggy mess. It's like what the
crispy mush, mush,
Yes.
mush.
Can we come back in the oven? No.
I would
Eat that mush.
I explained to everybody. I'm like, hey, this is how you're supposed to do it. You single layer them out.
make heat. Eat food.
Honestly, oh my God, my family. But again, it was. But here, I have to give them some credit. I'll be honest with you. You got to give them a little credit. Whereas my dad, after working a full shift at O'Hare, would come home at 3 and have to deal with the worst, probably 3 children, the loudest, the youngest children. He didn't care about how food. He's like, food, eat, go to bed. That's what he wanted. He wanted this to go away.
Yeah, let's be honest. We bitch about the fact that the food was bad and everything. They at least were at least had food on the table.
Home-cooked meals.
Yeah. So
we're
can't.
very blessed.
Hamburger helper.
So we're bitching about just having bad food, and there's people who would kill to literally
food.
have.
Did you have a little shake and bake, Chris? A little shake and bake?
We did.
We
They did do
always-
shake and bake.
Well, that was the
Hamburger
worst.
helper?
Hamburger helper.
Oh, hamburger helper was. Oh my God! If I had hamburger helper one more fucking time as a kid,
Tuna helper was not great either. Oh God, that was awful.
I had hamburger helper for the first time in college when I was dating a lady who lived out in Springfield. And I was like, oh, I've never had
And
hamburger
she made you a
helper.
hamburger helper?
Her parents did.
Oh, nice.
It was
It was not good.
It's not good.
yeah.
it's not good.
I mean the whole situation.
And again,
wasn't fantastic.
you know what you waited like. I'll never forget the
But I
days
was like,
that
I didn't miss
the
anything.
days you waited for when my mom was off. Like she had as a nurse, she would have weird days off. And you would wait and be like, "Hey, mom, you off today?" She'd be like, "Yeah," and you'd be like, "Oh, hell yeah!
you're making dinner?
Dinner's gonna be fucking on fire tonight, baby! Hey, don't even pack a lunch. I'm gonna eat tonight." All right, boys, let's get Joe out of here so he can go to his dinner on time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. Do us a favor, hit that like, subscribe, check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Podcast SMP. Throw a comment down. Tell us what your parents made that was really garbage. As always, thanks you again for joining us. If you like it, you don't like it, we're going to be here for hopefully a couple more episodes. Pat, honestly, have a fun and safe time in Italy. We will miss
Don't get
you.
robbed.
Yes.
Keep
my
it-
head on a swivel.
Keep a couple $1 in the old prison wallet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you need anything,
Couple
the
euros.
boys are here.
Maybe keister a cell phone just to be safe in case you got to make a call in a dangerous situation.
Don't do anything Joe wouldn't do. Of course, enjoy yourself and be safe.
Hey, zoom in on this, Peter, in post-production.
I definitely will.
YouTube. Go look up the Edmonton Oilers fan flash. You won't regret
You gotta
it.
go on Twitter. You gotta go on the
Do it
Twitter.
on
Gotta go
Twitter,
yeah,
yeah.
do it on the Twitters.
We
Bye.
can't post that.
Bye.
Put a whole new term of French coaches for me.